Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome to Pain to Purpose. It is an honor to have both of you with me in the studio today, as well as the lovely Miss Monique Smith, all the way from Sacramento, California. So I'm excited to see what we're going to do today, guys. I just want y'all to enjoy, okay? I'm Tangie. I'm Tangie Roseborough. I am the founder and the host of the Pain to Purpose talk show on live TV as a part of Status Network. So we are transitioning over. I'm enjoying the transition, and y'all, we're just gonna have a good time today, okay?
Yes,
so at this time, I just want you guys to tell us who you are, where you're from, and then we'll go from there, okay? So again, I'm Tangie. I'm Tangie Roseborough. I'm Tangie, y'all. Okay, so who next? Come on.
I'm LaTanya Brown, and I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. I met Tangie a few years ago, and we actually worked together, but she has been a blessing. She's a strong person in the community of Gaffney, and I'm the president and founder of ROW and the recording secretary of On Time Ministries Incorporated, and my background is business and nonprofit, but now I work in a pathology lab.
Awesome. I didn't know you was doing all that, girl.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right, ma'am. What about you?
I am Carletta Gathers. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I am an author, writer, and a script writer as well.
Wow.
I just produced and directed my first book trailer. It's associated with my book that's coming out. It's called Why They Cheat. Please look forward to that. That will be released October 5th.
Okay, y'all heard that. And again, she's a script writer.
Script writer.
Yeah, she's a script writer, so I'm going to be hooking up with her. So y'all better get on out there. After a while, I'm going to get her to give her information, because that trailer she talking about is all of that and then some, I promise you. So we have Miss Monique on the phone. Monique, you want to tell everybody who you are?
Absolutely. My name is Monique Smith, but I go by Miss Mouthpiece, Peace, like the peace of God or peace in the world. I am from Sacramento, California. I am an artist, a writer, speaker, and just a community educator as well.
awesome, awesome. And it's, once again, it's awesome to have you on all the way from Sacramento, California. I don't even remember how Monique and I met. I think it was through somebody from Facebook or either Instagram or LinkedIn or something like that, and he hooked us up because I was telling him I wanted to come to LA and bring my Women of Strength movement to LA, and he was like, I got the person that you need to link up with. She does a lot in the community, and we clicked. Ain't that amazing how God just link you up with great people? I think that is so awesome, guys. So I'm going to give the phone number out, so anybody that want to call in can call into the show if you have any questions for these ladies, even Miss Mouthpiece from Sacramento, Latanya R. Carletta, you guys call in, okay? It's a wealth of knowledge here, guys. So we want you all to utilize it to the best. You know what I'm saying? So the number is 470-251-4343. 470-251-4343. And we're also going to hear music from Miss Mouthpiece's son, who has released his single called G-Ma. It's an amazing video, so we'll have an opportunity to listen to that as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And at this time, I just want Carletta to tell us a little bit about what you have going on. What's your passion behind what you have going on? How did you get started? What's your girl?
Well, my is to empower women. Sometimes the things that we need to hear aren't said the way we want them to be said. So I've developed a way for us to know some of the things that we want to know. So I have a wealth of information in my first book coming out called Why They Cheat.
Wow.
The book,
say that again. It's called what now?
It's called Why They Cheat.
Y'all, we need that book. You hear me? Because I want to know. I want to know why men cheat, or is it just men cheat or women cheat?
Well, it was initially for the women, so it started out with just interviewing men, and then when I interviewed the men and I discussed it with the men, he was like, that's not fair. We want to know about y'all too. So the majority of information is on men, but there is a few for the women as well, just so we can know how each other think as well. Yeah. So writing that, the book trailer made some people, well, what happens next in the book trailer? Why did you end it that way? We want to see it, because I did produce and direct the book trailer. So I started writing a script. So I'm going to make a mini movie off of the book called Why They Cheat.
Yeah, so, I'm telling you, it is awesome. She showed it to us coming here from Charleston, South Carolina. And it was amazing. I'm really ready to see more of Why They Cheat. You know what I'm saying? She done piqued my interest now. So I want to know. I'm definitely going to get a copy of it. But, was there some type of ground that pushed you to want to know why men cheat? What was it that made you want to go that route?
I feel like women should know. Because sometimes I was enlightened. I mean, regardless of, we don't want to accept, I won't say accept responsibility. Sometimes we do fall short, just like they fall short.
Right.
So I wanted to know what is the problem so we can know the problem, and possibly some of us who want to rectify the problem, you know?
Right.
So I found that I had some problems too.
Right.
After I talked to some guys, and I was like, I'll give one hint, okay? Like the guy was like, when you first meet a woman, she smells good, she looks good, she's always good, she's sweet all the time, but then after a few years, the only time she dresses up is to go to church and to go to work.
Is that right?
And I know it was true about me, so I felt bad, you know? Yeah. And he was like, it's okay to lounge around and, chill out, but sometimes for your man, you want to still look cute, you still want to smell good, you still, even though you're not going anywhere, he doesn't want someone with a bonnet on all day, with rollers on, with just once in a while, you know,
fix up.
Fix yourself up. And then there's an abundance of reason men say they cheat.
One thing that I've always thought about is that I used to tell people all the time, especially people who are getting ready to get married or something like that, is that when you get married, you think your competition has ended, or you think that you done found your mate, and you think, okay, well, I'm good. No, that's when it begins, because they see that ring on their finger, and they think, oh, I could just do what I want to and send him on his way or whatever, not. And that's when you really have to step up your game and let him know that he is your king.
Yeah,
all
correct.
The time.
All the time.
Well, that's right. So hopefully we have a guy in the studio, which is my man, and maybe we can bring him on later just to get his point of view of why men cheat. You know, maybe he'll give us something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not, because it's a man thing.
He's already ran. He's not going to tell on the
He's
guy.
not going to tell.
Not on live TV. He's not telling.
But that's an interesting topic, though, you know, because I never really understood, you know, why being in a relationship, why men cheat. I never understood that. Like, for real, that's a question I always ask myself. Like, what is it? If you have a good woman at home, and vice versa, if you have a good man at home, why do you want to go out and be with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? And then bring all that chaos into the midst of your home and your relationship, because then it just explodes. But let me ask you this, since we're on the topic. Can you forgive? Is it easy to forgive once you've been cheated on?
It depends on the level of cheating. You have, like the man described in the book, you have men that cheat to stay married, and you have men that cheat just to cheat. The men that cheat to stay married is because it's certain things that their wives don't do that they want done. So in order to be happy within their home, they step out for a second or two. And then you have men that cheat just to do it, for fun, for the thrill, because I can, or she's not going to do anything. You know, those it just depends on, and if babies have been involved, betrayal. And then it also depends on the relationship. Like, some people, oh, he has money, I want to marry him. A man, oh, she has a nice body, I want to marry her. Those don't last through cheating. Friends last.
For the wrong
the
reason.
Bond, it's the friendship and the bond. Like, when you get to know somebody, it's that relationship between y'all that lets that mistake go away. But if you haven't established a bond and a friendship within that person, then it's not going to last.
It's hard. So what's your take on it, Miss Mouthpiece? What do you think about it? We can't hear you.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You know, my perspective of cheating, I believe that sometimes cheating has nothing to do with anyone. I think sometimes people are they haven't dealt with their root internally, and they're always looking for something to fulfill the void. I think that sometimes people lack things. They could be getting everything. They could be having a beautiful relationship with their spouse. However, I think that once a person kind of hides who they truly are, and that they haven't dealt with their root, I think that plays a major part in cheating, because they're not confident wholeheartedly in who they are and the essence of who they're supposed to be and their purpose in the relationship.
Wow. I agree with you. You know, I agree with you 100%.
Definitely.
And like I said, I just really don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a hard time with that one, so I can't wait for her book to come out. But we're going to shift it a little bit. We definitely going to come back to this topic, because this is a topic that everybody wants to know about. Man and woman, you know what I'm saying? Wants to know why their significant other cheat, or why a man cheat, why a woman cheat. I don't think I cheated, unless he cheated on me. Then I did the get back. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, she's not. She's so serious. Sometimes karma takes too long.
You start, listen, you did it first. You think you finna cheat on me? No, I'm joking, y'all.
She's so serious.
But Tanya, tell us a little bit about what you got going on, and what was your motivation behind the things that you were doing?
Believe it or not, it all comes from trying to find yourself, trying to find your purpose. And when you go through things in life, whether it's cheating, whether it's finding out you have cancer, whether it's realizing you're going to have to raise your children all by yourself, you have to start finding your purpose, because you're more than just a mother. You're more than just a daughter.
Right.
You're more than just a caregiver for someone. You're more than just a provider. You are a woman. And out of that, trying to find myself, and also purging, realizing why I made some of the mistakes that I made,
That's
why
the
some
thing.
of the relationships did not work out. It's finding my identity. And my identity is wrapped in Him, in God. And so even though you're trying to find your purpose and different things like that, but finding your identity is the basis for it all. And so my identity is, I'm learning how to be a woman of faith, because everything in my life, like, I've heard things, I've been led to do things.
Right.
And it's because I thought that I was hearing from God and that I was walking in my purpose and stuff like that. So now when I hear His voice, or I hear a voice in my head, it's like, well, is that Him?
Right.
Do I move on this? Do I do this? And so that's what building the faith is. Do I stay in this relationship? Do I take and, be for this person or whatever? And do I take and make this move and change my entire life? And so being a woman of faith, that is my purpose. And that's what God is showing me in spite of everything. Like, I can travel. You travel a lot. She's an evangelist. It's her DNA. That's what she is. And when God speaks to you and tell you who you are and the purpose that He's created you to be, but you got to have that faith to take and do it. You got to have your faith to take and go and do these things that God has called you to be. So,
so let me ask you this: was there anything, like, some of us women, I'm gonna speak for myself, went through hell and high water. You know what I'm saying? In my relationship, being a single parent, being homeless, trying to raise 5 children. It was stuff that happened in my past that helped to create what I'm doing now for other people, to give other women an outlet.
Right.
Was there something detrimental such as that opened up your mindset to say, I have to get on the path to be able to help somebody else, because someone else probably is going through the same thing that I'm going through, so how can I help them?
it was a mixture of a lot of things. The most current one was, I'll call him my Black Adonis.
Look at Stephen.
He doesn't want me to talk about this. But anyway. I went through a lot with him. Now, mind you, this man never disrespected me or anything like that, but I was attracted and I was drawn to him, and it was not very healthy, and I was consumed by him, and I was willing to do things that I wouldn't normally do in my rational mind.
Right.
And so when that relationship didn't work out, but at the same time, because what I felt for him, I had never felt for somebody else. I felt a deep connection with him. So I thought he was my mate, and I thought God had told me that he was my mate. So I said, God, I'll do what I need to do, because when it's my time to be with him, I could be with him. So I'm gonna let him go, because that's the saying. You know, if you love something, you let it go, and if it's for you, it'll return back to you. So I began really just focus on ministry, doing what I need to do with ministry. I let my pastor know that I was called into ministry, and he said, okay, we'll see, and he did nothing. And then a few years later, God said, you're going to move to Concord. I was cleaning, and he told me that I was going to move to Concord. And everything didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out in Concord, because I had to move back to Wilmington. But one thing that I did show is that one thing that God began to show me is the first thing that he took me to when I got to Concord. It wasn't to a house, it wasn't to a job, it wasn't to anything like that. He took me to the church that I was supposed to join, because that was my purpose to move to Concord. I needed to get training. You know, I've been in church my whole entire life, but I got training at that church.
Right.
And I didn't want to leave that church, but I've made some really good relationships since being there, and I thank God for that. And it's always my hope, the boys' hope, to move back to Concord, because, I mean, we really loved it. But anyway, and he really began to, and I really, the deliverance, the purging, just really God ministering to me and speaking to me, because my boys would be at school, so I had the house to myself. Now, don't get me wrong, when you don't have a job, it's your job to find a job. So I spent 8 hours a day looking for a job.
Right.
And I don't care how many no's I had, I just needed one yes. I needed for God to open that door for me, and whatnot. But anyway, he was just really talking and ministering to me and really getting me ready for everything. And he began planting seeds in me for my ministry, because I mean, we have ROW, which is reaching out to women to empower, and we do an annual conference each year, and that is free for women. It is really to be a blessing to them. We really try to pour into them. We have a board membership of 9 women.
Okay.
And we fall underneath the umbrella of On Time Ministries Incorporated. I am the recording secretary of that. That is something that was created by Reverend Charles Davis. He is a retired pastor, but from the AME Church. But God still gave him a vision to continue on. And we travel up and down the East Coast. Hopefully, we're going to be going global soon. But and we minister, and we offer evangelism training. And
so it's from the Black Adonis. That's what you call it.
Yes.
The Black Adonis.
That's what it's
that led you to your passion.
Yes.
So what was it particularly about this man that made you go that route? I mean, what did he do? Like, you was just so tied up in him.
Yeah, it's
he was just your everything.
Yes, he was. Like, I wanted to be everything to him, and I was.
Have y'all spoken since then?
Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, October of last year, he let me know that he had actually gotten married, and he had been married for 2 years. So that kind of crushed me really bad, because, like I said, I thought he was supposed to be my mate, but he wasn't. And so, from something like that, you're like, okay, well, God, where are you in the midst of this? Am I really hearing you correctly? I've been waiting. I've been working. This is supposed to be my reward.
Right. But see, guess what? That's what you wanted.
Exactly.
That's what you wanted.
Exactly.
Everything that we want is not always what God wants for us.
Yeah,
he probably got you another Black Adonis somewhere else. What is a Black Adonis, though?
Adonis, if you go by the Greek mythology myth, he was the most perfect man that was created.
He's better than Boaz.
I can't.
I'm just trying to find out, man.
The man of the Bible, but Boaz, but the Adonis was back then. He was the perfect male, but he was white, of course, because he was a Greek. So the Black Adonis, he was 6'5".
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, pretty small.
See, I didn't even know what that real. My mind was somewhere else.
You got me crying.
Honey, she said up here thinking about her Black Adonis crying. We need some tissue, please.
I need me a Black Adonis.
I could just say, God is good. God is good.
Thank you,
if you change your focus and you change your mindset and you really let God do what you want to do, because, like, honestly, like, I really wish him no ill. I pray for him and his mate. I pray for their seed. I pray for, and that's what you have to do. Because I really hope that, God blesses that marriage, because because that's what you want. You want to see people thrive,
and
flourish.
See them, continue and go on. And just like what she said, he may not be for me, but there is somebody out there for me. And see, the devil, he will come in and make you feel crushed, like you're an idiot. You didn't hear correctly. You thought that was it. There's nobody out there. You're stupid. You've been stupid for so long, but you have to say, God, and it is in you I trust, because that may not be for me, but God, I thank you that what he can't do for me, he's going to do for her.
That's right.
And, there is somebody, I'm somebody's rib.
That's right.
And I'm going to meet my helpmeet one day, and we're going to thrive, because whoever comes into my household is going to be special. Anyway, I have 3 men that I'm raising, and so they have a foundation in them, and that foundation cannot be rocked, and so somebody that enters into that household has to be prepared for that. They're my princess and he is my king. And they understand that when somebody does come in, that he is going to be my king, and they know how to respect him accordingly as well.
All right,
That's
now.
very, very, very.
Yeah, these
important.
are really good topics, like
so
for
sorry.
real. No, that's fine. That's what this Pain to Purpose is all about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something, if we can't talk about our past pain, and I understand that's in the past. We're
Right.
supposed to leave the past in where it is. But how can we help someone else thrive if we don't tell them we've been there?
Exactly.
We've done that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We've gone there. So what about you, ma'am? What's going on? Like, what purpose you to do what you're doing? And I know you have a young man as well, and he's doing good in the music industry, right?
We're both artists. He's, being an artist for me was initially when I first had started. My vision was to be the top 50, and God had another plan for me. Like I said, my name is Mouthpiece, and I'm here to speak peace to the masses.
Right.
I think that it was just, for me, when we talk about our pain and our past, being in fear and anxiety of who you truly are, I think that there was a level that I tapped in, but I was afraid to be fully myself, trying to be accepted by world and trying to be accepted by church and trying to be just accepted. And sometimes you miss the mark because you're not here to please. You're here to serve.
Right. I like that.
And I had to learn that. I had to learn how to navigate through a lot of my fears that stem from my childhood. I had to learn how to, and still learning how to navigate through a lot of anxiety. I've always had a lot of health issues with asthma and breathing, and so on and so forth. So even in all these different adversities that I faced, I had to allow myself to work on myself, and then be able to inspire other women and men to let them know that, we have so many things on our shelves that we could be doing. And music
Right.
for me was my number one thing. And then God closed a door for me to be able to see that music wasn't the only way. That's just the platform that He set up for me to be where I need to be. So I'm where I'm supposed to be now.
Right.
speaking.
I like that.
Yeah.
But like you said, you have to go through something to be able to understand your purpose, your full purpose. And I'm glad that I'm in a place right now that I feel like I'm in my new beginning. And it's, and I will face different things, but now how I respond to the things that I have to face, I think that's going to be the real reality.
Right.
I'm not going to be operating in fear, but
That's
be
right.
fearful and being bold and courageous and not allowing myself. I like to say this: when my crown falls off, just readjust it.
Woo.
Ooh.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
like
that.
that too.
And that's the truth, because you know what? Even though we are in this place now, that doesn't mean we're always going to stay in this place, and that everything is always going to be gravy or easy. Every day is a learning process. Every day we have to go through things. Some days I have to get up and still motivate myself.
Amen.
Even though I motivate the masses, I still have to get up and motivate myself. But I really and truly, I thank God for my children. My children are my motivation. They grown. They all grown, but my children are still my motivation. But I thank God that He saw something in me to bring a man in my life who also motivates me. Right. I had given up on love and walked away from love and didn't want to be in a relationship because of all the past hurt that I was in. I had closed that chapter. And when I got with Jermaine, I had been single for 4 years. And I didn't have no intentions of getting into no relationship until I knew for a fact that God has, put this man in my life. And even with him, you know, I still held up my guards, and I still hold up my guard, and I know it's something dealing with me, but I praise God that he's strong enough to go through all of this with me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And not walk away, because on the way down the road, she and I was talking. It's so easy to run away from things that, you know, that we have gone through in the past, and then when we begin to see some of the same things that may, you know, assemble some of the things that we have gone through in our past, then it's easy just to run away. I know she say she a runner. I know I'm a runner.
I'm a runner. I keep my Jordans on. As soon as I see something that doesn't look right,
peace,
I'm out.
Yes.
I go.
But you know, sometimes things come where you can't run. Like, I'm a runner too, but you know, going back to what you were saying, like my son, my 12-year-old, he was labeled autistic, and he's been on the spectrum. But now my son is in a normal classroom, and he functions at level, if not beyond.
That's awesome.
I have a 15-year-old who has a speech impediment. And so, you know, that's why it's so important. Like, I love, like, your name, when you said it, it resonated so deeply on the inside of me, Mouthpiece, because that's what we have to do. We speak over our situations. We speak over our children. We speak over our circumstances. And no matter what we see, we still trust and believe God no matter what.
That's right. That's what we have to.
Absolutely.
And that helps us not run.
That's what we have.
I'm sorry.
That's what we have to do. But I just praise God for this opportunity and this outlet for the Pain of Purpose talk show, as well as, you know, I have the magazine and the Women of Strength movement and everything that I have going on to be a platform to other people. Again, I want to give out the number. It's 470-251-4343. And I do, before we go to break, I think we may take a break, I'm not sure. But before we do, I do want us to listen to Miss Mouthpiece's son's video, if we could get that played, Annette. And just listen to, you know, something that he wrote to. It was for his grandmother.
Yeah, Savon. This song was a dedication to his grandmother, which she went by the name of G Mama, and it's a very. It kind of describes a relationship which we don't see a lot today, where grandmothers and grandsons have a bond that's unstoppable and unbreakable. Because most grandmothers are partying. And not
girl. Yes.
They're tied to teach wisdom and pass down knowledge. So this song is just an enlightenment of a relationship that they had together, and what she meant to him. She passed away in 2008. So this was just a perfect timing to share his story. As a grown man, he's 25 years old now. The experience that he had when he was coming up as a young man.
And I think that's so awesome, especially being in California, where everything is so much more stuff that's surrounded by him that can be negative. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's in such a huge city where you got so many different negative things that's going on, but he's found that positive place. And he can utilize that music to help him relay that, you know, to the people in his generation, and speaks on who you are as his mom. So, you know, all of that is awesome. So we're going to listen to the song, if that's okay with y'all. Y'all okay with that? Yeah, okay. G-Ma.
Excited.
I never cried much, you always was around, you always held me down. I remember you, it's been a while, hasn't it? I can't believe it's true. You said you'd never leave me, but you did, damn it you. It's hard to move through time, knowing my youthful time was our useful time. I remember you, the stories that you told, You told me always be a leader, always know your role. I'm going up too fast, I try to take it slow. I'm asking God why did he take you home? I remember you, you always cooked for me. I never went too far, you always looked for me. When I was acting ass, you were live for me, cause you would die for me. I remember you like it was yesterday. You never had a lot of money, but we made a way. Drove the school bus, dropped me off every day. Back at your crib when you live on G Parkway. I remember you never did me wrong, even if I would do wrong. With my mommy and daddy would never get along. You always showed me love, taught me how to build a home. I remember you used to take me to the park every Thursday, and we would be at Chuck E. Cheese every birthday. You would even make me purple Kool-Aid if I'm thirsty. I remember you went to Mississippi just to buy my first bike. Kissed me on my forehead after my first fight. If somebody messing with me, damn it, then it's on sight. I remember you would laugh and be goofy, you let me be myself. Cause I would hate to get you mad cause you was something else. I always knew better, yeah, you spoiled me rotten in front of whoever. I remember you, the last picture of you smiling truly kept me. I appreciate everything that you left me. My heart stopped when I heard that you left me. I remember.
Awesome.
Very good.
Wow. I remember you. I know that has to make you feel good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I remember when I first heard the song, because Savon is a producer. That's his thing. So when he told me he wrote this song, I was like, it's one of those songs where I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta get myself together. But now when I listen to the song, I smile because it's such a beautiful song. The music is beautiful, the story is beautiful, and the video, the detail of the video tells the story.
Right.
And I love that, the visionary.
Yeah, that's awesome. And like I said, I see him going far, man. Like for real, he just stay on the right path. Yeah, God has some big things in store for that young man. So, I just want you to tell us a little bit about Nappily Ever After. What was that y'all did yesterday?
Oh my God! So, there's a group of sisters here in California that usually once a month we get together. And we celebrate each other as women, as queens.
Wow.
And yesterday, premiered Nappily Ever After with, I think, Sanaa Lathan. It was a beautiful movie talking about her hair and just kind of some self stuff. It was probably about 50 women. We all got together. It was a potluck. We just came and just kind of...
Yeah, we should do something like that.
I am so
fellowshiped,
nice.
Loved on each other. When you walked in, you received a crown and a rose to identify who you are as a woman, as a queen. All of the women there, we all are doing something in the community. We're all supportive of one another. It's just a way to let people know that women, we have been told that we can't get along. We have been told that we can't support another. And so that breaks the barrier of all the things that we have been taught. To learn how to appreciate another woman that doesn't look like you. Her hair could be straight or curly or natural, and it's okay. She could be a CEO, you could be a president. It doesn't matter what your position is.
I love it.
We just love each other, you know?
Yeah.
So we had a really great fellowship last night, and I left early because I didn't want to be cutting up too much and then not be able to give my all to this beautiful platform this morning.
Well, I definitely enjoyed it. I watched some of it. I was like, look at them. They out there having a good time. So hopefully one day I can come and celebrate with you guys. Because listen, it's just travel. It's just travel. I'll purchase a ticket in a minute, won't it, Jermaine? Yeah,
I need to come your way when y'all get y'all weather together. But when I want to come to y'all,
I know, girl. I know, honey. That storm's still here. It's still
I'm sending out prayers to y'all as well.
Thank you.
That God keeps y'all covered in the time of the storm. I speak peace.
Thank
to the
you.
storm.
Thank you. So, before I let you go, what I want you to do is give us your contact information on how someone can reach you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, however it is that we can reach Miss Mouthpiece.
So all of my names are under except Facebook. So it's Miss MissMouthPeace. It's Miss Mouthpiece. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. It's under Mouthpiece, Miss Mouthpiece, but it's under Monique Smith. I was having a problem with someone that was reporting my name. I guess someone was offended by my name, I guess. And I kept getting reported. So I just decided to embrace all of me, because it is still me. It doesn't define one or the other. I'm still operating the same person.
Right,
so,
right.
Monique Smith, Mouthpiece is under Facebook, but you can find me on YouTube under Miss Mouthpiece. I have a lot of videos on there, a lot of live videos, and I have a book coming out soon, and also a project that I'm coming out. So I'm excited about my projects. I'm excited about just my newness, my new beginning, my number 8. And
yes.
And you guys, all you ladies, continue to operate in your new beginning, in your 8. Focus less on what you don't have. Focus on what you want to see, and speak what you want to see.
That's right. That's right.
Amen.
Well, it has definitely been a pleasure to have you on with us. Listen. My heart leaps with joy, and I thank God for the connection, and I hope these ladies reach out to you as well to link up with you, because they have some amazing things that they are doing. And like I said, hopefully I'll be in LA next month, the 6th and the 7th, leaving back out on the 7th to shoot this documentary on domestic violence. So hopefully we might can link up then, if time permits. I'm only going to be out there for a short while, but hey, you never know what God has in store for us. But I want to bring you back again to talk about your books and your other projects that you have going on as well, to give you that opportunity to share on the East Coast, what you got going on as well. Because I believe in this East Coast, West Coast thing, you know what I'm saying, without rivaling, you know what I'm saying? But again, if you have any questions for us, just reach out to us and let us know. But it has truly been a blessing to have you on with us this morning. And I look forward to, continued connection. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. I just want to thank you, really, for just being yourself and your vision and allowing me to be a part of your platform. I think this is a great thing that you're doing. You're connecting women and men together. You're putting a platform together that people, that like-minded people that are going from pain to passion. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you for having me on the show. Savon, thanks you for playing his video.
Yes.
And I will let him know also that you let him know your message, that he will go far, and definitely he will. So we both want to say thank you. And it was a pleasure meeting you, beautiful queens. Y'all keep living, keep soaring, keep your head up, and thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and you have a blessed day.
We
love you.
Take care.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Okay, ladies. So that was awesome, right?
Yes, it was.
So do y'all want to take a break, or y'all want to keep it going? It's totally up to y'all. I said, let's keep going. We're gonna bring Jermaine on in a minute.
Okay.
So let's get back to this. Let's get back to this why men cheat thing.
Man, no.
That's what I want to know. So so my question is, Jermaine, you take this in, because when you come up here, I want the answers to this. All right. So my thing is, you can be the best woman that you can be.
Can.
And you can have the best body that you can have. But then you still hear men say, well,
He said keep sweat.
you good? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay.
You might want to go to the restroom.
But men say, do something. What is it?
Do something strange for a little bit of change.
Or something like that. Like, what does that like? And then men can come back and look at you in your face and have no remorse about nothing that they have done and still say, I love you. Why?
It's because men's feelings aren't attached to their physical.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, it's not there. It's not attached to it.
Because you always say
that's the answer that I've gotten.
Yeah.
And the guy also said it depends on consistency as well.
Yeah.
If he loves his wife, he will not be with a woman consistently. And he said it's how much. Well, we have children in the studio, but it's the consistency of the matter.
Jay 21.
And the little one is 12.
Oh, I didn't see him sit there.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's men aren't their emotions aren't attached to them.
Wow. That's
Banana.
wow. I don't even know what to say on that. Because I think I give my all in a relationship, right? And I hope that be enough, you know what I'm saying? But okay, so tell me this, in the back of your mind, if you're doing everything that you know that you're supposed to be doing in your relationship, right? And you have a guy that you're in a relationship with, and he's treating you like a queen, and he's treating you like like you want to be treated, but he's doing things that make you think in the back of your mind that he may be doing a little cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Things like
How
what?
do you deal with staying out all night, not coming in?
Then you call your girlfriends and you go follow him. I'm trying to tell you. If you love him, one thing about a woman is you never want to ask a question you already don't know the answer to. Never ask a question you do not know the answer to.
But then you really do want to know, though.
No.
So you just have to be ready.
Don't ask a man a question if you don't know the answer, if he's already been deceptive to you. And it's only because you can be right, but because you don't have any facts or any proof, he'll say some things that will have you apologizing and looking like a plumb dumb fool.
Hallelujah.
I'm here to tell you.
And when you have made that choice to forgive him the first time, you can't hold it up in his face. Because even if he hasn't done it, and it's just his behavior.
But when is enough though? If it's not, say he's not doing it, but it's repetitive.
But what I'm saying he's repetitively cheating.
No. Just doing
if he's
things.
somebody like the way you start is the way that you finish. So if you met someone and they already are somebody who likes to go out, they're already somebody that likes to, run the streets or whatever. Maybe not even necessarily just run the streets, but they hanging out with their boys. They got to have at least 2 to 3 nights where they're hanging out with their boys. Then you need to accept that behavior from that point on, because that's who he is. Now, he may, every once in a while, like when he decide, okay, this is my woman and I want to spend more time with her and doing what she do, maybe 2 or 3 nights might turn into 1 to 2 nights. You just don't know. But at the same time, that's who he was. So, but then when you want to start saying, okay, well, in the past, when my previous man would take and keep going out like this, he would be doing something. You can't hold him accountable for that, and you can't look to him to do that, and you can't question him or treat him like he's already treated. That's the whole problem, is that we as women, we start treating them like they're cheating. So they're like, okay,
But they shouldn't be
just like
doing
Keisha
cheating
Cole.
stuff. They shouldn't be doing stuff to make us think that they cheated.
No,
But he
can't
also,
No,
but that's what I'm saying. If that's what he did.
They should not be doing stuff to make us think that they're cheating. Because if I stayed out all night long, I say I'm going to the store and you don't see me till the next morning. It's something wrong with that picture.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, I'm going to that
No, but
same
I'm
store.
saying.
I'm going to that same store.
Exactly. But if he's
But what if
saying,
that's the
well,
only
when
car
you
you
met
got
him-
and he got the car?
I got an Uber app.
That's right. You can get those gift cards.
That's right.
But but the whole thing, there has to be a level of trust, and that's the problem with any type of relationship. It's a saying that says that when you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. So but if that was his behavior, then you need not expect it to change until he gets more.
So then
more
you can
into
change. Then you can pull yourself out of it.
No, listen. Whatever you accept when you marry that man, that's what's in that man until you and him or he chooses to change. That's who he is.
No. I disagree with that, y'all.
How?
I disagree with that because one thing I'm not gonna do is compromise to put up with BS that I don't have to.
Then don't marry him.
That's what I'm saying. This is before marriage.
Okay, yeah, definitely. When a man is like,
but even if we were married and this man say I'll be right back and it's 9:00 at night and I don't see you till the next morning at 6:30, and then you come back and I'm sorry and I take you back and you turn around and do it again. No, first time shame on you. Second time shame on me. You ain't doing me like that.
I agree.
Well,
I agree.
First of all, you're going to be with a man of God, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But second of all,
I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, if that was the type of relationship that you're in, that's what I'm saying. The problem is that people take and say, well, you know what? I'm just, when we get into a relationship, it's just going to change. Just like if you were doing certain things for him before, like if you were stripping for him at home.
Girl, I do that now.
That's what I'm saying. And you stop doing that, whatever things that you were doing before, some people think, well, okay, I'm married now, so I can't do those things. But okay. But that's so.
If anything, it's more legal. It's okay to do that stuff.
Some people think once I get married and I give him children, that's it. That he doesn't need to have entrance to my bedroom.
The bed of marriage is undefiled.
Some people, like I've talked to some people too, and I'm telling you, some people really think that. And what I'm saying to you is, if that was his behavior before you got married, don't think just because he said I do that it's going to change.
Right.
That's why there should be certain conversations that should be put on the table before that point. Yeah. Anyway,
I agree.
When you enter into a relationship with somebody, if you already knew, don't assume.
Okay, so that's good. That's all good and dandy. But how about it wasn't shown in the beginning until after you got married? Then all this stuff started coming up, the cheating started and all of this.
Well, first
of
all,
you've never been on the phone with him prior to that?
No. I'm just saying, like, some people know how to hide stuff.
Not for long.
Yep.
I tag and show stripes. Not for long. I'm telling you, not for long. I'm telling you.
I like that.
It's not for long. They cannot maintain a certain person for long. They have, just like it's stated, God sends warning signs before destruction.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
And it's little things that we overlook because of what we want to see in him until we actually don't see what's really in him.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I'm hearing from both of y'all, we can't hold a man accountable if he's already doing it prior to getting married.
No, yes, you can.
No.
You can't.
No.
If you accept this behavior, if this man is playing hopscotch and video games before you get married,
say so.
After the marriage, he gonna play hopscotch, double dutch, and video games. He's gonna add to the equation. And what are you gonna say? Oh, you can't do that, baby. I've been doing this before we get married,
You
and
right.
you can't say nothing to that man.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say is, and I'm not even putting cheating in it at this point.
No.
I'm just saying, if he's somebody, some men are like that. Some people, like, I can sit at home, and I know you can too, but you're extrovert, so you're gonna be around a lot of people. But I can sit at home. But some people are like that. If you're in a relationship with somebody who's an extrovert and you're an introvert, and they are somebody that has to go out 2 to 3 times, and I'm not even, if they're a man of God, they're not in a club necessarily, but even if they are, but whatever. But if they like to go to the comedy club, if they like to go to the jazz club, if they like to hang out with their boys looking at the games till like 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't say strip club, but because you shouldn't be going to some place that you should get at home for free. But anyway, because that's our money for our future. Exactly.
They do it.
I'm just saying.
All right now.
But if they're doing those type of things before you even got married, if there wasn't a problem and you wasn't accusing him of cheating, then you shouldn't be doing it once you get married to him, because maybe that's an outlet for him. You understand? Hanging out with his friends may be an outlet.
I mean, that's
Because-
all good and dandy, the hanging out. I don't care nothing about
Yeah,
that. But the disrespect is something I'm not gonna tolerate.
But that's what I'm saying. You should know your man's schedule. Like if I know on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, he's out with his friends and he's gonna come home to 11, 12, 1 o'clock. It is kind of disrespectful, but is the game on? Did it go into overtime?
I don't know.
He's just hanging out with his friends.
Yeah, some of this
And I'm
stuff
just saying,
is foreign language.
I
to
feel
me.
like I'm the type of person, I'm going to trust you till you give me reason not to.
I agree. Now that's me too. I don't go look. I stay my Betty Crocker behind in my house.
Yeah, exactly.
Cook, bake cupcakes, play with the kids, his kids, my kids. I will be stepmama, nana, wherever you want me to be. I mind my business and I try to stay in my happy world. But trust and believe, if I smell a little smoke, I'm going to find out what a fire at.
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to, because the last thing I'm going to do is sit and waste my life catering to a man that does not appreciate me.
Right.
I don't initially look for
That's
stuff.
right.
And even if something came my way, baby, this is what I heard. You know, how can we fix this? What's going on? This is between us and our household.
That's right.
And we're going to fix it. But if I come out, we devise a plan to fix this, and something is yet still broken, then we're going to have another conversation. There's not going to be a third conversation. It's not going to be a third
I want to take this a little bit deeper, and I'm going to try to keep it as clean as possible because I know your baby in here, so I'm going to try to keep it as clean as possible. And then we're going to go to break, and we're going to bring in your oldest son because he can't wait to say something then to me. And if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
But, okay, so I want to take it just a little bit deeper as far as, relationships or whatever. So, what if your man asks you to have a menage a trois?
A threesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that?
Is it a man? Is it your boyfriend or your husband?
Either or. It could be your boyfriend or your husband. How would you feel about that?
I don't, me, myself, I'm an only child. I don't share.
I know that's
I
right.
don't share nothing, whether he's my boyfriend or he's my husband. I'm not sharing. Now, some people, I don't knock any, the only reason I feel like that is because I've seen couples, well, first of all, I wasn't sharing, period. But I've also seen couples where they've shared and that husband has gone back for seconds without them.
Yeah.
And you know what the husband said? Well, you did it with me. Threw it dead in her face, what she allowed, and he went back and did it. So it can backfire on you now. Now, if you want to celebrate his, I don't know, 50th anniversary and give him a heart attack, take him out of town, and y'all meet somebody y'all never gonna see again, that's, if you like it, I love it. But I ain't sharing nothing that belong to me.
I would say the marriage bed is undefiled, and honey, we could take and go get us a blow up doll. If that's what you need.
And
If that's what you need, that would be the third person. But there's nobody else entering into this bed.
I agree.
Nobody.
I agree
I
too.
don't share.
I agree. So that's off the table.
Off.
Y'all get into with this. 470-251-4343. 470-251-4343. Okay, we're gonna take like a 5-minute, maybe a 3 to 5 minute break, and we're gonna come back. All right. We'll see you guys in just a few.
I think that's one of the best shows you've ever had.
I think so.
I remember you. I remember you. We had a strong bond. I always talked to you. You hold me in your arms. I never cried much. You always was around. You always held me down. I remember you. It's been a while, hasn't it? I can't believe it's true. You said you'd never leave me, but you did. Damn it, you. It's hard to move through time, knowing my youthful time was our useful time. I remember you, the stories that you told. You told me always be a leader, always know your role. I'm going up too fast, I try to take it slow. I'm asking God why? Why did he take you home? I remember you, you always cooked for me. I never went too far, you always looked for me. When I would act an ass, you would lie for me, cause you would die for me. I remember you. I remember you like it was yesterday. You never had a lot of money, but we made a way. Drove the school bus, dropped me off every day. Back at your crib when you live on G Parkway. I remember you, you never did me wrong, even if I would do wrong. With my mama and daddy would never get along. You always showed me love, taught me how to build a home. I remember you. Remember you used to take me to the park every Thursday, and we would be at Chuck E. Cheese every birthday. You would even make me purple Kool-Aid if I'm thirsty. I remember you. I remember you. You went to Mississippi just to buy my first bike. Kiss me on my forehead after my first fight. If somebody messing with me, damn it, then it's on sight. I remember you. I remember you. You would laugh and be goofy. You let me be myself, cause I would hate to get you mad cause you was something else. I always knew better. Yeah, you spoiled me rotten in front of whoever. I remember you. The last picture of you smiling truly kept me. I appreciate everything that you left me. My heart stopped when I heard that you left me. I remember. I remember you. I love you, G-Mama.
Guys, welcome back. We took a little quick break so that we can regroup. As you can tell, we full staff housed up in here. We got 2 men that want to join because they want to get on. They want to get in on why men cheat. All right, this was our topic, but we want to hear what they got to say, right, guys?
The book was titled "Why They Cheat."
So, We're going to go ahead and let these two guys introduce themselves so we can go ahead and get started with this topic. But we do want y'all to call in to the show because this is a very interesting topic. Keep the questions going on Facebook. As the questions come in, Jermaine are going to read them off and let us know what you guys are saying. So the number is 470-251-4343. 470-251-4343. All right, so at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let Jermaine tell us a little bit about you.
Excuse me.
Hold your mic.
Hello, everyone. I thank everyone that knows me. I'm Jermaine, Tangi's fiance. I'm coming here to help the fellas out.
All right.
I'm Stephen Wheeler. I'm LaTanya Brown's son, oldest son, and I'm also here to let them or help make them not look like jerks. 'Cause we're not all jerks. That's what it's looking like.
Okay.
That's not true. We never said that all men were jerks. We just want to understand, not implied either. Because what he's basically saying that if you're a cheater, you're a jerk. Because we never use that terminology.
We never.
So that's his own description of a cheater. We're just simply saying that sometimes men cheat and we wanted to know why. These wonderful men are here to stand up for that purpose. Go ahead.
Okay. So the question is why men cheat. And of course, we want to know why women cheat too, as well. Which we have put it out there. We cheat because y'all cheat.
And I've heard some women cheat because they're missing or lacking something. I heard that from someone.
She heard it. So, what's your take on it? We're gonna start. Let's start with Steven since he's the youngest. Let's see what he got to say.
He has a lot to say. He's ready.
This is to y'all younger generation coming from a 21-year-old. He getting ready to put the scoot down so we can know us older women why y'all cheat. Let's go.
So the question is, you're asking me to explain why men cheat.
Yeah.
I'd say that men cheat. I mean, I've never cheated, so I can't really give full out detail, but I'd say a good reason that men cheat is that sometimes women just, they kind of not disrespect what a man feels like he should be doing and what he's doing with his life, but y'all like think, men and women think differently. And so when a guy has a plan and then a woman has a plan, there's not a guarantee that even if y'all are soulmates or whatever, there's not a guarantee it's going to match out 100%. And then so sometimes, from what I've seen, women can get, at least my black woman, they can get a little
Wait a minute.
Did you just say black woman?
Yes, because that's what I've seen.
Okay, go ahead. We listening. Us black women, we listening.
Y'all have stronger characters. Y'all have really strong characters.
Okay.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But y'all get aggressive sometimes.
But what
y'all don't give us a chance to defend ourselves
Steven,
or a chance to come
cheat?
together and talk about it. And that's the thing. When you're in a relationship, both parties feel like they're more entitled to have a say in the other person's life, right? Because, right?
But most times than not, the men try to run the relationship, so we just have to stand up and put our foot down. But that still doesn't give you us a reason as to
when
why
I go to church.
cheat.
When I go to, okay, I'm getting there. But when I go to church and I hear about relationships of older men at my church, right? It's always a lot of women leading the relationship, and the guys just kind of take a back seat. And I'm not saying that's how it always goes, but y'all guys kind of like, y'all can get a little aggressive and like a little chatty. And so why should some guys feel like, why do they have to put up with that? Or they can put up with it, but they have to go, like you said, they have to go outside and find something else to kind of counterbalance it, if that makes sense.
So you're saying that men basically cheat on women
Not
because,
always, but
not all, but some men cheat because a woman has a voice. That's what you're saying.
she has
Okay.
it's all right for a woman to have a voice, but it's not all right when you have a voice and you don't let the other person have a voice as well and let them try and explain what they're thinking and what their thought process was when they did whatever they did.
So you're saying that we don't have an understanding state of mind.
Sometimes y'all don't. When you get upset, when people get upset, they don't think things through rationally.
Is it just the women or the men?
I mean, men do it too, but I've seen it more prevalent.
So it would be fair to say it was like more like an understanding communication problem.
Yeah.
Y'all
That's
agree
what I
with
think.
that?
I do. I know having spoke to the men that I have, they have been demeaned and disrespected by women, not only black women, because we are kind, loving, nurturing.
No,
women.
y'all are. Like, I love my
Okay.
mother, and I think she's a kind, loving,
Okay.
nurturing person.
But
that's what I have the most experience with.
okay, and that's totally fine. But as a woman, sometimes we have to take the dominant lead because we are leading sometimes. So I have put in the book, sometimes we do have to it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if there is a woman that has a dominating feature, then that's probably something in a relationship you should talk about with her. Don't marry her or continue a relationship with her if that's already a issue, because it's not gonna change. It's just like meeting a man and he starts out this way and you marry him, he's gonna stay that way.
Right.
So cheating is based on continued behavior, from what I understand. So if you have a woman that's not communicating effectively or is demeaning or disrespectful, then you would discuss that with her, and then eventually you guys can work it out, or you can make the best decision.
And also, like, piggybacking off that, it's about the foundation that has been laid in you. I am the product of, my mother was my father's mistress for 27 years. And so that is the foundation that was laid in me. That's what I grew up around. That's what I saw. I have never cheated on somebody that I was with, and I will not ever cheat on somebody I'm with. And people who do it is for different reasons, because unfortunately I have been the other woman, and I've also been in relationships where I was it. But and when I was the other woman, initially I did not know. But it's those men who take and they have issues, those men who and women who take and cheat and they do things like that, it's because they haven't addressed something on the inside of them, and they really don't know what their full value is. Because when you and I'm sorry, I don't mean to take up a whole bunch of time, but it goes back, I always say, it was this TV show, and the young guy was asking the older gentleman about cheating, and the man said he had an older model vehicle that he was working on. He said every year a new version of this car comes out. It's sleeker, it's more, it can go faster, it can do whatever. He said, but I love this car.
Right.
And that's the way that you have to be about any relationship that you get in. You have to say, I love this person beyond my own wants. Because I'm not going to lie, sometimes I've been with my man and he has been somebody else. That's because I was upset with him, but I knew better than to tell him no, because what you won't do, somebody else will.
Right.
So, but you just have to learn how to work on those things on the inside of you. You have to work on your relationship, and there has to be a level of communication. And if your foundation, as far as relationship goes, is not a strong foundation, then you need to do what you need to do to tear those walls down on the inside of you, so that you can rebuild something new that will be lasting, that y'all can thrive off of.
Right.
And communication is the key.
But both parties have to want that, though. Okay.
In reference to what the brother was saying, right? With the dominating spirit. Men are like dogs, and women are like cats. Cats are more strategic in their thinking, right? And more emotional creatures like women are. A dog doesn't want to be tested. With another dog is aggression.
Yeah.
So women got to know, excuse my language, I'm saying their place, their position. You know what I'm saying? When to have that dominance. You know what I'm saying? Within your household with your kids and being a protector, yeah. But your man don't want a woman to sit there challenging. Men like opposites attract. So they're going to attract to that sensitive, that exotic creature. That's what brought the man to you in the first place.
That's
so when you're sitting
true.
there challenging your man, you're trying to take his manhood away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're stripping your man of that, why would he want to be?
But what led up to that anyway for her to even?
I'm going to tell you what led up to that. Right? Because we all have a history, right? And a lot of stuff that we bring into the relationships. So we don't want it. Women might not want it, but they anticipate it. So you're looking for that because you've been hurt, you've been scarred by other men, not knowing that you've been through that, so God can bring you to the person that you're with. You know, so
Right.
you can respect the situation.
Right.
You know, but when you bring that in there, you keep it. Of course, you're gonna have it in your mind, but you anticipate. You don't want it, but you anticipate it, and you look for those things. If you look hard enough, you're gonna find it.
Right.
You can look at a diamond. If you look hard enough, you're gonna see a flaw in it.
Okay, I mean that's understandable. I agree 100%. But the question that we are asking is, and you may have answered, I just didn't hear it. Why, if a man has a good woman at home, why do he go outside?
Can I piggyback off of what my mom said about with the car, using the car analogy to explain that? So, the guy loved the car, but there's nothing stopping you from getting another car and keeping that same old car, right?
Right.
You get the
Say
new
so.
car. You get the new car. You get the new car because there's something that's better about that new car than the older car. But you keep that old car because the old car has been with you. It gets you from point A to point B. You can use it as a daily driver. It gets you from work and back. You can use it every single day
Come
and not
on.
have a
The
problem.
car of your dreams.
But then you get the other car, the nicer car, the faster car, the more fuel efficient car, whatever. The car with the better, whatever. You get that car, and you can have both of those cars. You can't, but you, and see, there's nothing like, and what I'm trying to say is that you can have a good woman at home, and a woman that you're involved with, that you love, and she does just about everything that you need her to do. But there's something about that newer car that you just find a little bit better.
So why don't you leave the old car
and
then
you- and
park?
and-
Just leave the old car.
That's what I think.
And I promise
I
the
never
new
approve
cars
that
are
you
not
should.
built like the old cars.
Yeah, I know. I promise.
Damn.
Okay.
I don't think I'm somebody who, like, you can. My mom will tell you I have no respect whatsoever for cheaters. I do not think there's any reason on the face of the earth that you should cheat. Like, I dislike cheaters with an extreme, borderline hatred. But what I'm saying is, you can, obviously in a real life relationship, there's gonna be problems if you go out and get another woman. But you can have both of those cars, and you get it.
You lost me.
I
No,
lost
you
it.
can't. You can't have both.
The Bible says.
I'm saying you get.
and I'm gonna take it there. The Bible
I know
says,
where you